Good day, students! Welcome to our video lesson for today. By the way, I'm your subject teacher, Mr. Ian S. Benedicto. So I'll be handling your computer subject, which is the web page and design. So without further ado, let's begin with our lesson for today. But before that, let me discuss with you our objectives for the day. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to, number 1, describe the internet and its function, relate the importance of markup tags in HTML, and appreciate the usefulness of internet. So let's begin. Our lesson 1 for today is the internet and the web and HTML standards. So, students, I have a question for you. For you, what is the internet? Any idea? Very good. So, we have an idea of what is the internet even without a definition. So, let me discuss with you what is the internet. So, this is the internet. The internet is a network of networks. It connects millions of computers worldwide, forming a huge network. Any computer can communicate with another computer anywhere in the world for as long as it is connected to the internet. The internet also is always referred to as the internet with capital I. So a short name for the internet is also the net. So students, I have another question for you. What is the World Wide Web? Any idea? Very good. So you have a simple understanding of what is World Wide Web. So now, let's dig into it deeper to know more about World Wide Web. So the World Wide Web, or WWW, or simply the web, is just one part of the internet. It is the one way to access information on the internet. So another, the web uses a protocol called Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or what we call HTTP, which is used to transmit and access data. So when we say a protocol, it is a set of rules or standards that govern or regulate something. In the World Wide Web, HTTP is that standard. So, I will discuss with you the other protocols used by the internet. So, number 1, we have File Transfer Protocol, or simply FTP. It is used to upload and download files. Number 2, we have Post Office Protocol, or POP. It is used to download email messages from a mail server to the computer. Third one, we have Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, or SMTP, which is used to send email messages from the computer across the internet through a mail server. And the last one is the Inter-Message Access Protocol, or the IMAP. It is used for the web mails to send and receive email messages through a web server. So let's dig into it deeper. So, the World Wide Web is comprised of millions of websites. When we say millions, not only thousands, not only tens, hundreds, but millions. So each website has its own unique name called domain name. So an example of domain name is www.facebook.com. Familiar? Yes. So to make a website name as an individual's official name, it should be registered with a domain name registry. So the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, or simply ICANN, is the organizations that govern the allocation of domain names. Every website and all the web pages it contains can be accessed through their Uniform Resource Locator, or the URL. A URL names and specifies the exact location of a website or a document. So next, we will have an HTML overview. So let's discuss a brief history of HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So Tim Berners-Lee is an English computer scientist, invented HTML in the year 1990, which is he is also known as the inventor of the World Wide Web And also, he is the director of the World Wide Web Consortium, or the W3C, which maintains the standards for the web and continues to refine its design. Now students, let's discuss the different versions of HTML. So the very first version of HTML was released in the year 1991. So, simple HTML lang siya. Since then, there have been 6 other versions. The latest was released in the year 2012, which is the HTML5. Prior to HTML5, there was HTML 4.01 in the year 1999 and XHTML 1.0 in the year 2000. So XHTML is HTML and XML combined. So XHTML was released to set stricter standards for writing HTML. XHTML was further improved with the release of HTML5. In the year 2013, W3C released XHTML5. So as you can see in the table, we have the version and the year. So we have HTML in 1991, HTML Plus in 1993, HTML 2.0 in the year 1995, HTML 3.2 in 1997, HTML 4.01 in 1999, and we have the latest, which is the HTML5 in the year 2012. So, students, are we still there? Very good. So now let's discuss what is HTML. HTML is the standard language used for presenting web page content, such as text, primarily and later to include images and other multimedia elements. It is the language that browsers speak or understand. So, if we Filipinos have our own language, the developers have their own, which is the HTML. So, each HTML word is called a tag. It is a set of functional HTML tags together with their related attributes is commonly called the source code or the HTML source or the HTML code. Another one, we have markup tags. Each HTML tag, also referred to as markup tag, has its own meaning. It contains a set of complex instructions that the browsers obey. Next. So, why is it called hypertext? Now, let's discuss. Hypertext refers to the way by which a user navigates or moves around a website or a web page, which is done by clicking a text link or an image link called hyperlink. Are we following? Very good. So, a hyperlink makes plain text extraordinary because it makes the text machine readable, and by clicking it, certain actions are performed. One great example is what you can see in the figure. Can you see the underlined words? The about this site. If you click that, you will be sent to another page. Are we clear? Very good. And now, why is it called markup language? Let's see into it. So markup is what HTML tags to do the text or objects inside them, which called web content elements. So markups define text either as a paragraph or heading or as a bullet list. Markups also embed images, define links, display text in different forms, and position them in specifically somewhere on a web page. Now let's discuss the HTML standards. So HTML is a markup language, not a programming language. It has standards that every web developer and software developer should adhere for the net. So the W3C also sets the standard for HTML. Markup tags. Markup tags, also called HTML tags, provide display and processing instructions to HTML interpreters. Markup tags are codes in the form of tag names enclosed by an angle bracket. On the keyboard, angle brackets are the less than symbol and the greater than symbol. One example of this, as you can see in the screen, less than, HTML, greater than, inside of it is the HTML elements, and enclosed by less than slash HTML greater than. So, are we following? Very good. We also have HTML empty tags. Some tags do not require an end tag because they do not require an element content. These are called empty tags or an empty HTML element. Empty tags should also be terminated. They are closed in the start tag with a forward slash. There should be a space between the tag name and the slash. These are some of the common empty tags. So number 1, we have enclosed brackets BR forward slash. So it is called line break. Forces your text to start on a new line rather than continuously. Double BR produce an empty line. So next we have enclosed bracket HR forward slash. It is what we call horizontal line. It adds an horizontal rule line after the preceding text or element. And the third one, enclosed bracket IMG forward slash. It is an image. It displays an image to your web page. And now let's discuss more of the markup syntax. So, syntax refers to the standard manner of how HTML tags and elements should be written. Observe the following syntax below. So, we have markup tag syntax. So, an example, start tag, enclose, element content, and a bracket, slash, and tag. So, did we follow? Good. So, an example of this, as you can see in the screen, the paragraph or the P, enclosed P, some of the text element here, enclosed with a forward slash P. Did we get it? Okay. Another example, empty tag syntax. So, we have enclosed empty tag forward slash. An example of this is the bracket. As we can see, enclose angle bracket BR forward slash. So that's it. Students, we have also HTML attributes. This provides additional information about an element. An attribute has a property and a value. In the example that follows, the attribute property of the anchor tag enclosed A is href, and its value is the web page double quote index.html. So an example of that is, as you can see in the screen, less than ahref equals double quote index.html tag text link and a close tag forward slash a. So next, which part of the HTML should be written in lowercase or uppercase? Can it be mixed? So we'll discuss. True markup tags, attribute names or properties, and values are not case sensitive. So the W3C requires all markup tags and attribute properties be written in lowercase. Again, lowercase. So exceptions are text values. An example of this is, as you can see on the screen, image source equals http www.example.com/philippineflag.jpg. Alt equals double quote Philippine flag close forward slash and angle bracket. So as you can see in the Philippine flag, it has a capital letter P and F. So those are some exceptions. And now let's discuss some of the nested HTML elements. So we have most HTML elements can be nested. That means an element can contain other HTML elements. So here is an example of a nested HTML element. So as you can see on the screen, we have the body enclosed by an angle bracket. Next is the div and header 1, sample title, enclose close tag, header 1, then paragraph, sum of text here, h2 sample subtitle, enclose closing h2. So paragraph, angle bracket p, sum of the paragraph here, enclose paragraph with an angle bracket, image source, image.jpg, out equals a description of the image, /, then close paragraph with a /, and close division and another division, paragraph, some of the more text here, enclose paragraph, and close division and close body. So students, that ends our lesson for today. I hope you have learned something in the discussion that we have in the video lesson. So don't forget to read your learning kit and answer your activity sheets. So I have a quote before I leave. Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow by Albert Einstein. So again, I am your subject teacher in Computer 8, Mr. INS Benedicto, and magandang Ava.